What's up, everyone? It's Sergeant Clark here with Sergeant Clark's Trades, here to give you an update on everything that's happened in the past 24 hours related to AMC. There has been a lot that has happened in the past 24 hours, and we're just going to unpack some of this right now. So to start with, obviously we saw yesterday, I provided a little bit of an update on the short laddering that we saw. Nothing new there. It's going to continue to do that. They're going to, hedge funds are going to continue to try and push this price down, especially with some of the things that happened yesterday. So yesterday, AMC announced that they are postponing their annual shareholder meeting until July. So there could be a few reasons for this. One of them being that related to the share count. So that's been one of the biggest things right now that a lot of people have been asking questions about, wanting to know when the share count information will be available. Well, in my thoughts, it could be that simply they don't have all the information processed yet. We don't know how many shares are, naked shorts and how many synthetic shares are on the market. And it could be that they still haven't gotten all that information together, and until they do, they don't want to put out the information until they have finalized all of that to be able to give us an accurate number to start the process of recalling all those synthetic shares. Either way I look at it, it's a positive thing for AMC. It's a positive thing for us, for the apes are waiting out this squeeze. So really nothing good, nothing bad from that. It can be read either way. Me personally, I think it's a good thing. It's them looking out for our interest. It's them looking out for their own until they can get a more finite answer to give to us on something that's serious that impacts the company and impact us as shareholders. The second biggest thing that happened, and to me this is even bigger, is the NSCC 801 passing yesterday. This is one of the SEC regulations that has been being looked at and has been talked about heavily, and it passed yesterday with no objections. And what this essentially does is 801, in a nutshell, it requires transparency on short positions. One of the big things we've seen is the failure to deliver, nobody knowing how many short shares these companies have, how big their positions are, all that kind of thing. And what this new 801 does is it requires full transparency minute by minute on hedge funds and short positions. So what that does is that transparency and clarity will let us know exactly what's going on at all times. And they are also going to be held accountable for that. And the way they're going to be held accountable is if their balance sheets show that they don't have enough liquidity to cover those short positions, they have to either deposit more funds or they can be liquidated on the spot with an immediate call. And that is huge, because if they don't keep that liquidity in their accounts, it's game over for them, period. They will be liquidated. They can be basically put out of business depending on how severe their or how severe their short positions are. Because we all know that the potential with this squeeze, how violent things are going to get. But it's not just AMC that they're shorting. It's GME, it's COS, it's Naked. It's so many other companies. There's hundreds of companies that are being shorted really heavily right now, just as badly as AMC. AMC being the forefront for us right now because that's what's got the most attention. GME, that's the other one with the most attention on it. But there's hundreds of companies that these hedge funds are investing in by shorting, trying to put them under, trying to make a buck, and 801 is going to put a stop to that. They're not going to be able to continue just to short everything left and right and not be held accountable. So say, Melvin Capital has to keep, say let's just throw out a ballpark, $1 billion. if their naked short, or if their short positions exceed that $1 billion, they can't short anymore. They can't short anything else into the market. And what that's going to do is all this buying pressure that the apes and the other institutional investors are putting by buying shares continuously, that price is going to run up. It's inevitable. If there's no selling pressure from the short shell, from all the short shares that are continually happening, it's only going to go up. It's only going to be buying action. So that is one of the most positive things going on right now for AMC. And the other big thing is that on Friday, obviously on Thursday, they're announcing their earnings. And what I see happening is they're going to continue to short until 801 is fully in effect. They're going to continue to short probably all the way up until those earnings. You know, there's a morning dip, usually first thing at market open, and then there's usually a midday dip as well. You know, I think that was about the time that we saw that 905 drop yesterday. So with that being said, earnings are expected after close of market on Thursday. And what I see happening, this is not financial advice. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I see happening is them trying to drive that price down as much as possible before Thursday afternoon, before the closing bell. And then once those earnings are announced, you know, after market's going to be crazy. There's going to be a ton of buying. I see that price jumping pretty heavily, you know, possibly by $1 or more a share just in the aftermarket hours. And beyond that, Friday, obviously there's options expiring in the money. But aside from that, there's a vote on another proposition of, I believe it's 001. And if that passes, it is game over, period. Simple as that. The short squeeze next week may be inevitable. I'm not saying that is a hard timeline. I'm just saying that it's game over for hedgies. They can't do anything against us. So this week, take the opportunity to average down if you've got a high cost dollar average, if you can afford it. You know, obviously don't invest more than you're willing to lose, because at the end of the day, we don't know when this will squeeze. But the amount of pressure that just the 801 passing and the earnings report and the pushback of the shareholder meeting, all these things, and if 001 passes, there's going to be so much pressure on hedge funds. They're not going to have any ammunition left. They're going to be at blanks at that point. They're going to be firing blanks. There's nothing they can do except for watch this price start to run up, you know, start to try and cover some of those short positions. The price is going to jump more. We're going to buy more. They're going to have to keep covering as that price jumps. So, like I said, this week we've already had 2 big wins, one from Atomera and ANC, the other from 801 passing. Look for 2 more victories tomorrow and Friday, and next week we'll be set up in a golden place. Myself, I bought a few option contracts just slightly out of the money, $9.50 and $10, because I believe that those will print pretty nice. It is risky because it is such a close expiration, and we know that they're going to be trying to push that price down this week, but I believe it'll pay off myself. I didn't invest too much, bought, you know, like I said, just a couple of contracts each, and then I've got some more out of the money contracts for July, and I think I have a few in September as well that have a very low theta, so way more time for those to come into the money, a lot safer play. But either way, this week is already, even though the price doesn't reflect it, it's a great week. It really is. And you apes, y'all have a good day. Y'all stay safe. Keep buying, keep holding. Y'all have a great day.